Hello, how's everyone? And Rogue is on time.
I'm here. Apparently, your thing did not work properly, so I couldn't tell whatsoever. So technically, I'm slightly fashionably late. So it's fine. It's fine.
No, that was just me tricking you.
Just fucking around with shit.
Yeah, just trying. I decided to do something last minute. It's like, let's see if I can do something. And I did it. I wasn't expecting you just come in here and be ready. But hey, that is you.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be unexpectable,
Yeah.
unpredictable.
Well, you were unpredictable.
Oh,
I just
good.
predicted your unpredictableness.
Yeah, it is one of those things. It's one of those things. I try not to be overly predictable. So how are
So,
you, Sparky?
oh, I'm good. It's been 2 weeks, but yeah, I'm good.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. What have you been doing for those 2 weeks?
Editing a lot of videos.
Well, I mean that's the price one pays when you take a deep dive in creating an anime watch club that has a nonstop schedule.
Yeah, and we just keep adding more shit to those schedules.
Yeah, I know. It's almost like somebody might have to, say, "Hey, enough is enough, and it's time for a change."
Well, whenever I'm the one that's doing it,
Yeah,
it's
I know.
just it's kind of hard to. What's up, Ben?
Hi.
I thought she was dead from the coofs.
Oh no, didn't get me yet.
Mm. So what are you
She's
saying
she's
is that
she's a she's a duck and a weaving.
yeah, so what you're saying is that the coofs aren't as dangerous as most people have suggested that it might be.
That 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 is exactly yes, yes.
Hmm. Interesting. I'm gonna have to work on that. You know, I've never got the coos at all.
See, I don't know if I've got it or not.
No,
I
no.
just passed it off as a bad cold.
No, that is quite possible. But no, for the last couple of years, I have not had a cold, coos, or anything like that. Mm. Quite disappointed I am. You would think that this whole pandemic would at least, unleash itself upon myself, on me mostly. I should be affected heavily, but I'm not. I'm in face to face with people who do have the coofs on the odd occasion. It's weird. It's very weird.
I figured you'd be one of the ones exiting Canada like Beaver Fry did, but I think you're just sticking it out, aren't you?
What's happening with Canada this time?
Well, fuck, I don't know.
See, there we go. I mean, right now, it's kind of all questionable what's happening going forward. We have the election for the conservative side of things is supposed to be happening sometime within this year. Then we have the ongoing possible lockdown again. Because our lovely health minister wants to lock up Canada again with the permission of Justine, but that's becoming a new problem because the rest of the seated members are like, yeah, no, we're done. So yeah, it should be interesting within the next couple of years whether he has a job or not. So
Who,
I like playing the
Justin?
waiting game.
Who, Justin or the other guy?
Oh, Justin.
Well, hopefully he doesn't.
Well, we'll have to wait and find out. This is a beautiful thing about Canada. We play the long game. It's a waiting game. It's mostly a seasonal thing. We have winter all year round. So I mean,
Yep. So, we got a Slayer, Renslayer in here. He is second. We have
well,
Mr. Gamer. What's up,
mm,
Mr. Gamer?
I wouldn't know who is Mr. Gamer. Hello, Mr. Gamer.
I
I
know
mean,
he has a wrench, so he's been in here before. So
yeah, I said I don't remember. We could have a Mr. Gamer. I mean, we could have dealt with him before. I don't remember. Anywho, but yeah, no, Wesley is usually late. He's usually here first, or demanding that
yeah.
he's first. And
So I'm
I
doing
Mhm.
real quick. I'm doing something different today. I'm planning on streaming for about an hour today. So I do
an
have a timer
hour.
set. So we won't go past
Hour.
that. Yeah,
All right.
because I still do have stuff to do. I'm
Mhm.
taking a break and doing this because it's been 2 weeks. I might as well just come back in and do something at least for an hour.
Oh, okay. That sounds like fun and excitement. Well, we'll see how long that actually takes.
See who all jumps in.
Well,
Yeah, well, I mean,
I did say that I would stop by for a little bit.
Cool. So I'm actually doing a stream that Pin's gonna be a part of all the way through.
maybe.
But that is a maybe. I'm giving you 30 minutes. If I happen to go on a little longer, fine.
She's giving me 30 minutes.
Apparently, she has more important things to do.
Yeah,
Like decorating a house
how? In real life or in game?
in game.
Oh, then she has nothing important to do.
That's what I thought.
Well, wait a minute. I need to decorate the house so that I can actually get people in, so that I can do stuff in game with people. Organize events.
Again,
It's a game.
I all I keep hearing is I have no life. I need to make
You're
sure
right,
that the
bro.
cat people are happy.
Yes.
Henceforth, the fantasy cat people are much more important than real life engagements like this. Hello, Wesley. How you doing?
But I'm here.
I'm fine.
There you go.
Ah.
See?
Also, hi, Wesley.
Hello, Miss Pimpin.
Shut up, Wesley.
I'm being the goodest boy. I'm just playing Genshin Impact.
I mean,
I'm sorry. It's just I have habit. I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do.
Wesley did nothing wrong. Hashtag Wesley did nothing wrong.
Very true.
Hashtag Pin does everything wrong.
That is true. You do have a hashtag. Just blame Pen. And we would have to thank Wesley for that one as well.
Wesley?
Wesley, yes, Wesley.
What was with? Oh my God, Rogue, your lisp is showing.
Is it? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's been hanging with me too long.
Yeah, I know, right?
You okay there, Rogue?
No, never. I'm in Canada. It's warm. What happens when it gets warm in Canada? We go crazy. Then
The
people
maple
die.
syrup flows faster.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, people die.
I mean, okay, so you know that I've had the koof. I was actually confirmed positive.
Damn.
Uh-huh.
So was Ishtar and Matt.
Yeah, well,
Were
okay,
you guys French kissing each other again? I mean, seriously.
check this out. My mother got it first, then I got it, then 2 days later, my father.
Uh-huh.
So the last week and a half, we've all been here going, zombie noises.
No, it's real funny. No, it's real funny that this is resurging so bad right now in the middle of fucking summer. Now I got a question for everyone here because I confirmed this. I confirmed this with a couple different people. Ben, have you had the shot?
No.
Okay. Has
Both
your mom
my
and dad?
parents have. Yep.
Both your parents have. Okay.
Lol.
So
And they
what's
got
the
it
confirmation
first.
there?
I'm sorry, say that again.
And they got it first, right?
My mom got it
Well, yeah, but if I remember correctly, your mom is usually dealing with kids.
Yes, but she's retired, but she still is interacting in a semi-teaching capacity. So yes.
So children, as we all know, are dirty as fuck.
Here's the thing. I live in northeast Oklahoma. I can tell you right now the vaccination rate down here is extremely fucking low because nobody wants to get that fucking bullshit. The only people here that have been sick have been the ones that have got the shot. And after that, anyone who hadn't gotten the shot goes around them gets sick also.
Well, I have a counter to that one. I have the shot. Most of Canada has the shot, and we have one of the lowest when it comes down to the coos.
I understand that.
No,
I don't understand it because like places like up in Washington, Florida, it's just isolated incidents right now.
Yes.
We've and down here I can tell you we've got about maybe 10, and no one else is getting it unless you go by those people, and then you
Yeah.
get it.
Oh yeah, no, but the whole idea with the COVID, it is affecting the older generation, as in the boomer generation. No,
Oh
not
no,
the so-called
no.
boomers and all that, but
This is affecting people from 20 to 30 right now.
no, I
where
know,
I'm
but
at.
it is the boomers that are the ones that get infected first, and then whoever interacts with them will end up getting it. And most children end up interacting with the boomers for some reason.
And then they
Grandparents and all that kind of
and
stuff,
then
and then
they
it's
carry
passed
it.
off. They carry it, and then they pass it off. So
They don't
children are the
get
carriers.
sick. Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't get sick. They just carry it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we have a lot of asymptomatic individuals who are carriers. It's the same thing it's the same thing with typhoid. It was only one person who ended up spreading it, Typhoid Mary, and she was asymptomatic for the longest period of time, but she was able to spread typhoid for a barrage of different people. So yeah, I mean, your own group within the native community there, Sparky, should know better with smallpox. All it took was one.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, that's why we banned the communal sharing of blankets.
Yes, definitely. So I mean, it is kind of weird the way how the sickness has been spreading, but yeah, it seems to be more like, for example, California has the highest population, but even though it's got more of a summer weather, it also has the largest amount of cases. And it's still ongoing there.
Yep.
Even though a lot of their citizens are highly vaccinated. In that's within, I want to say, the 70s.
Yeah. I tell you right now, I'm still not vaccinated, and I've been doing just fine.
Yeah. No, I mean, so I find it interesting. So the vaccination rate isn't what is needed for the cure for the disease.
No,
This
just
is
letting it run its course and develop a
just
natural immunity.
Now,
systematically
Pin.
eliminating the people is the
So,
cure.
Pin, I gotta ask, I've got to ask you something. Did you feel like you were gonna die?
Did I feel like I was gonna die? No.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Did you have any urges to walk into a shower of some sort while you had this?
It depends on the shower, sir, because there were some days where I just felt like I needed to wash off.
Not
And then other
the
days she just felt like she wanted a bit of a misty, smell.
Yeah,
that might just knock her
not
up for
the
next couple
bathroom
weeks.
style, shower off. I mean, the big, massive, gray, dungy looking showers that more people get into.
Well, the Jewish population have issues with showers, especially with communal showers. They kind of get a little spooked nowadays.
I'm joking. It was a bad joke.
It was a good joke. It just needed a bit more of a lead.
Oh my God, we got a man Squatch. It's been so long since you've been in here.
No, but
if they had an X-wing, they would have shot down the TIE fighter. They should have, but it never happened. Never happened.
For me at least, first 2-3 days, I had a massive fever. I haven't had one of those in a while. Actually had to bundle up with like 3 different blankets. But fever broke after the 4th, 5th day, or started to come down after the 4th, 5th day. Surprisingly enough, other than having the occasional cough like you just heard me had, I haven't had any difficulty breathing.
Well, that's because there's not a giant cat with a pillow on top of it over your face. So, that is usually a requirement in some cases.
Damn.
Yeah, but I haven't had any difficulty breathing. Have not been stuffed up. Just a lot of gunk in the throat, but not in the chest or in the sinuses.
Wait, a lot of gunk in the throat. What else have you been doing?
I don't know, but Wesley wasn't involved.
I do have to return to work tomorrow because they're like, okay, yeah, you don't have any more sick time. We can't give you any more sick time unless you work from home. And the first 2 days that I tried working from home was a nightmare. I did have a bit of brain fog. I could not concentrate.
Are they
That
making
was
you have
great.
to do another test before you can go back in, or they just said,
Um,
if you're feeling
they're
good, just
not
come back in?
that.
That's or if you're just feeling good, just come back in. Yeah, like nobody fucking cares no more.
Yeah, no.
True.
It's almost like that 2 years of forced lockdown. People are like, we're done.
Yeah, it's like, well, there was a lot of people done even before the first lockdown.
Oh, I know. I was done even at the top of the
I was
idea of
done-
locking
I
down.
was
Like, you
done-
motherfuckers knew
I
about
was
this
done-
since
I
last
was-
year of October. So
I
Well,
was done the
supposedly-
first time I heard about this. Oh yeah, it's ravaging China. Okay, whatever.
mhm.
Before I even came
Supposedly,
here.
California has reinstated its mask mandate. I wonder
Yeah.
how long that's going to last.
Yeah. You know what?
so-
It's funny. Did you hear what Newsom was doing to DeSantis?
Yeah, and how DeSantis responded.
Yeah, that was, oh god, it's like, you just need to stop. Nobody wants to go to your shit state.
Mhm.
People are leaving in droves. Just stop.
Yeah, well, I mean, most blue states are losing a lot of populace by going to other locations.
Well,
They're going-
and here's the
anyway.
deal. And here's the deal. They're only gonna get one type of people in there, and that's the one that wants abortions. You know what? Keep them. Nobody's saying no. Don't go
Yeah.
to that. If you want to do that, go, and just never come back.
Yeah, no, actually, what they really need is a lot of Chads to show up into that state because Chads are really done with abortion. See that'll change a woman's perspective, especially the my body my choice movement very quickly. The moment they hear Chads go, yeah, man, I'm all for abortion.
Well, here's the deal.
You know,
Here's the-
if
They've
I
already
get
done
a girl
that, which is
pregnant, I
hilarious.
want her to abort immediately. And then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, no, I think I changed my mind.
Well, here's the thing too. It's real funny because Biden's executive order he just made for the abortion deal
Mhm.
shoots the vaccine passport in the fucking back of the head.
Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
Biden. You've seen Biden, right?
Oh, I know. And also, I also watch him reading from a teleprompter. Oh, he's not reading from a teleprompter. Yes, read this line again. And then reads the same line again. Yeah, he's not reading from a teleprompter. Okay, fine.
Yeah. Well, he is a crotchety old man that still needs his vanilla ice cream.
Alright, so I want to talk about
know,
this. I want to talk about this one deal.
Okay.
So has anyone been watching Twitter recently for like what was it? The Quartering,
Oh God.
Review Tech USA, and some trans man who thinks he's a woman, and the whole argument that's been going on.
Yes and no. If it deals with recording
No, I
and
haven't heard
review
about
tech, I tend to tune out.
Well, here's the deal. Here's the thing. I don't like the Quartering, and I want to make this known right now. I do not like the Quartering whatsoever.
I don't like both.
I don't like Review Tech USA either. He's a fucking hypocrite.
I hate Rich and I hate Jeremy.
I hate them both. I hate them
it's
both,
like-
but you know what? Quartering's in the right this time.
Look. It's like bombs and babies. Sometimes you hit the right target.
I don't know what it is. Yeah, well, I don't know what it is, but Review Tech USA has been slipping. And I think it's because the whole interaction with Quantum TV, but he has been slipping. He has been going extreme.
No,
Well-
he's been slipping ever since he introduced a lot of cocks to his show.
Yeah, well...
Damn.
Well,
So
he
a lot
does-
of
he
roosters
does like
do
to-
show up in his show pit.
Cook-a-doodle-doo.
He has a lot of cock screen time. On air, there's a lot of cocks around him. Makes me wonder sometimes.
Yeah, it does.
It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Jeremy, on the other hand, he wears a lot of hats, so it's kind of cool. But overall, he doesn't have a lot of cocks on his show, except for his. But it's kind of small; and it's not really noticeable. So we're good.
Yeah,
we're good on that. So,
well, and at least I can say this much: I can at least watch a quartering and not be bombarded with man boobs if I watch.
True, that is true. That is true. I mean, you have to get past his face, but once you get past that, it's all.
There's been a couple times. There's been a couple times I would go, do I have to flag this with sexual suggestive nature?
Yeah.
Because your man tits can make most A cup women blush.
Yeah, no, that is the problem when it comes down to Rich of Review Tech. He does have some issues, but no, when it comes back down to the argument of transgender, I mean, it loses itself the moment that the person who says is a transgender doesn't even want to transition, because that was the whole idea of transgender. You were transitioning.
Well, not only that, they're advocating for giving hormones to children, and it's like on the fucking wall.
They've gone crazy in the last few years.
On the fucking wall.
Yeah.
And Review Tech is like, oh well, there's nothing wrong with this, and it's like, yeah, well, you know what? With you saying this, pretty much. With you saying this, pretty much. You're admitting that whatever Quantum said about you is correct.
Pretty much. At this point, I think this Rich is just doing it for the.
He's became a local what's the term?
He's a local. That's simply he's a local.
No, he's become a local clout chaser. Is what he's become.
Okay, but still, he's still a local. He's moved from trying to make a decent career, or at least a decent life choice within the YouTube spectrum, to like he's just literally just given up. You can see that he's given up. The quantum thing did not help any form for him either. So it's like going, dude, just walk away. No, continue. Okay, but yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing, whether it be, quantum and not letting go, or those who are against quantum and not letting go. It's like, guys, just give it up, part ways, agree to disagree, and move on. Move away from each other. Unfortunately, they don't do that because they like the drama. So they believe that the drama is going to bring in some view counts, or the shock will bring in the view counts, and that's what they're going for. Here we are. More drama and more shock.
Yeah, and I don't. It's so fucking stupid. And every time it's like, I see. Here's the thing: Review Tech and this transgendered person, whatever it is, Kefla's. I'm trying to, basically Review Tech Sam-seated quartering.
Yeah.
And it was one of those, gotcha! Review Tech was going to talk to Quartering. Quartering gave him the link, and then Review Tech gave Kefla's the link. And it's like, what are you doing? That's and one of the things I really hate with Review Tech doing that, he's like, oh, he cut out like Steven Crowder. No, Steven Crowder went to go talk to H3H3 because they're supposed to be between him and H3H3. Crowder already stated he was going to talk to, I don't even know what the dumbass's name was, because he did underhanded tactics. Guess what? They did underhanded tactics to try to get him on. It was set up. It was planned. H3H3 went around the plan, tried to do a gotcha. So yeah, Crowder did the right thing and shut the whole thing down. Yeah, we're not going to do this.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pussy move. I'm sorry. And then you got Review Tech now going, oh, well, Quartering's a pussy. No, a pussy move is trying to get someone in a gotcha unsuspectingly. Look,
yeah.
I don't like Jeremy. I don't like him a little bit. But I will tell you this much. He also doesn't debate. I know that for a fact. He sucks at debating. So yeah, you could probably give him a gotcha and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, I'm going to say this much right now. Careful, whatever its name is as a fucking child groomer. If you want to give children hormones, fuck off.
Well, okay. I still have to ask the biggest question. If we're going to allow children to, choose their sex, are we going to also allow them to drink?
Well, I got a bigger question because a review text like, well, women just now lost the choice to choose. Okay, well, all right, fine. Women's now lost the choice to choose to get an abortion, which is not true. It's went back down to the fucking states. But hey, maybe that child wants to choose if it wants to live or not. But now you want to force, you want to give children choice right after they're born to choose a sex. Pick a fucking side. God damn.
Yeah.
Flip-flopping around bullshit. None of these fucking points, if you bring each individual point up individually, yes, okay, you could probably make a strong argument for it. But when you start bringing all these fucking points and choices together in one big-ass fucking pot of all the shit you want to push towards people, it becomes a gigantic-ass shit stew. Because none of it mixes well with each other.
Uh-huh.
Look, I have no issues with transgender people. I'm friends with a couple of them. But the thing is, look, if you want to choose to be opposite what your buff sex is, go right ahead and do it.
Yeah, but my greatest question there, Sparky, in the case of these trans individuals, are they even trying to pass as the opposite sex that they're trying to be?
I don't
Not
even think
anymore.
so. A lot of it is, I don't want to say clout chasing, a lot of it is to feel special.
No, that's basically
Yep.
what it is.
A
And
lot
I
of it
think-
is attention seeking,
Because
is
they
what it
have
is now.
they've done nothing to validate
yeah,
themselves. They are
correct.
looking for external validation. That's just why you need to give kids things to do when they're young, so that they can find interests that will help develop them as people.
Yeah, but
Otherwise,
Pen. Boys have other interests. They can find something very easy to
no, I know.
play with
What-
if need be. Girls, on the other hand, need to have extracurricular activities. It seems like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's the thing too. And I find this whole funny with Review Tech. Review Tech, he criticizes what is it? He doesn't really criticize, but he's like, he understands, he's heavyweight, he's heavyset. And he also understands that, yes, it's unhealthy at times, but also doesn't like to push the fact that, people have to change and all that good stuff. Yeah, it's important to be healthy. It's important to, get exercise, stuff like that. But you know what? If someone doesn't want to do that, they don't have to. And you got someone like that, especially for the fact, oh no, if they want to do this, they can. But yet it goes on the same fact of, oh no, we can't body shame. Or, oh no, if they want to be like this, let them be. It's like, you make no goddamn sense.
Yeah.
I mean, in quartering, he goes way too extreme towards the right. In this thing, you got somebody that's extreme to the left and extreme to the right. Even though quartering says, or he's a lefty, or a somewhat moderate lefty, a lot of his viewpoints are way to the right.
Here I go,
That's-
stuck
that-
in
that-
the middle with you.
Yeah, pretty much. He's definitely a center left leaning to sometimes right leaning, depending on he's centrist. Let's just call it
Yeah.
what it is. He's a centrist.
Yeah.
I'm a centrist for the most part, but even I kind of go, yeah. There's a few different talking points that we need to have that conversation still ongoing. Abortion being one of them.
Well, I don't even think there's really much to talk about. Abortion went back to the states choosing if it was right or wrong.
No, I
And
get it.
I'm fine with
and
that.
that will kind of be, relegated to religious rights versus non-religious rights. That's the way how it was before.
Yeah.
When it was under control of your federal government at the time, it was just relegated to what was available. Problem is that a lot of very interesting feminists and very impressionable young women were, put into a weird position where they chose abortion as a form of contraception.
Yeah.
That's what happened. So
Yep.
this is a big factor. This is something that the feminists have created, and that's the extreme feminists have created this, and they have to, live with the repercussions of their decisions. And going back to what it is or what it was before, going back down to the states, which should have been, now it goes back to the hands of religious versus non-religious. So,
Well, not even really that. It goes back to the hands of the people.
yes and no. The hands you actually
Now,
have
if the people of the state is mostly religious, okay, I can see your argument. But at the end of the day, it still goes back to the people.
and that's the problem. Because it comes back down to the people, as you mentioned before, do have a tendency of running with heavy religions to guide them. So technically, it no longer goes to the people; it goes to the church. And this is a big factor of why your founding fathers wanted to make sure the states and your federal government and your churches were far apart from each other when it came down to these kinds of conversations.
Well, and that's fine, but the beliefs of the people, if they want to choose a decision based on the beliefs, is what it is.
No, I understand that, but that's what we end up.
That
with.
the same thing. The same thing goes down to the most extreme lefty. If they want to cast a vote on their beliefs on what they want, whether it be pro-abortion or pro-transgenderism or whatever, the fuck that they want, it is what it is. I guess if you want your vote to count, move to a state that actually honors that.
Correct, and that's the catch-22.
Well, you can call it a catch-22. I call it get the fuck out.
No, I understand, but that is the catch-22. You have to choose on whether you should be leaving or you can't, and that's where it comes back down to the individual. Some people can afford to leave certain states, others can't.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Well, it's like,
I mean, to be honest, if you can afford an abortion, you can afford birth control.
Yeah.
See, the problem with the abortion.
Here's the funny thing about that. Here's the funny thing about the whole deal. So, Planned Parenthood says, "Oh, well, we're more about abortion. We also do, parent counseling. We help couples counseling. We help with contraceptives. We help with this. We help with that. We help with parental guidance. We have a lot more things other than abortion. Other than the fact of other than oh, well, abortion is not legal. Well, I guess we need to close up your doors. Oh, what happened to all these other things that you were offering? I guess you were lying about it.
Here's the thing.
Close the fuck down.
Here's the thing. You know what? We'd be at Mars already if Elon Musk would say abortion is going to be legal on Mars when he colonizes it. We should do that, and we would be at Mars all the fuck ready. I mean, that's what Elon Musk. I mean, if they're so upset, women would become prominent in the astronaut field.
Astrophysics.
Cool.
Yes.
And
we would be at Mars already.
You know what the funny thing is? That is like the opposite take of what Armitage the Third is, because they go to they're on Mars, but they have a declining birth rate, so they make androids to be able to have babies, not go to Mars to abort babies. That is like so fucking opposite of that. That's cool.
But think of it. The Planned Parenthood as a non-profit organization, especially if you go for the its main headquarters, which I believe is in New York, it has an asset of pretty close to 300 million or more. So they've got some money. They put
Yeah,
some money
but you know
somewhere.
what? Here's the thing. That can be struck down too because there is an actual constitutional amendment, and it is constitutional that government-appointed funds will not be used for abortion. So, good luck with
They
that.
don't have to worry because they're a private organization, they're nonprofit. They actually get funded by other people. And your government, for
No.
whatever reason.
The government cannot fund private or non-private individuals.
Oh, I know.
Abortion.
For whatever your government does, even though it shouldn't.
Unfortunately.
It's not supposed to, and it can be shot down just like Roe v. Wade.
And here's the beautiful thing: Planned Parenthood doesn't need government funding.
No, it
I
doesn't.
really don't.
And they've been
But yeah,
getting private funding for a long period of time. If there's a wealthy aristocrat out there, they're paying for it.
Yeah. Yet, they gotta close down a lot of facilities because they can't afford it now. So.
Good riddance.
Since when?
Since the fucking Roe v. Wade got fucking passed, a lot of facilities have actually closed down, especially within red states.
No, they only closed down is because of the factor it falls back to that non-abortion clause. They need abortions in order for them to stay in business.
Exactly.
Jim left.
Yes,
I came in long enough.
Jim comes and goes as he pleases. He'll be back.
He's the old man. He had to deal with his, with the missus, most likely.
being gem dipped, I'm gonna dip as well.
Of course you got dip.
Of course you have to play with your fantasy house in order to make sure your fantasy cats are happy.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, well, Pen, I hope you start feeling a lot better, and remember, avoid those certain types of shows.
Yeah, right.
Just remember, antiviruses are your friend.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah, right.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, she'll talk to us the
You
moment
know, that reminded me.
She'll talk to us the moment we join Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I wanted to say a joke, but I forgot it up until now. It's like, how did Anne Frank learn how to read past certain chapters in a book?
Okay, I bite.
She went to a concentration camp.
Well, yeah. That'll work, yeah.
I heard that on Dark Griffin stream, so, Vlad, I can't remember, it was, Gallagher told that joke to Vlad.
I think it was Gallagher. I briefly watched it, and I kind of zoned out. They were kind of boring.
I got a question. Why does it take $2,200 to make a computer?
Because he decided to go with a high-end version of company in order to make it.
You don't have to.
Yeah, I know that. You know that. I bet you Wesley kind of understands that.
My computer is still right now.
But just like Wesley, he went to the lazy route and got somebody else to make it for him.
Yep, less than 1,600.
See, there you go. And Doc decided to go with something a little bit more on the expensive end. It is what it is. Probably has some new editing programs that he wants to throw in, so that could cost him a bit, depending if they go with the more expensive choices.
He doesn't edit.
I'm saying. Depends on what expensive add-ons he's going to go with. So.
I feel like I make really good content for what I do in my setup, and it's not that expensive. I mean, I pay for Film More, but it's like 2 different subscriptions of Film More. I think at best probably comes up to at most maybe $20 a month. Yeah. Besides from that, the motherboard I got's like $400. It's a Ryzen Threadripper. It is about 3 to 4 years old. It does phenomenally well. The memory that's in it is 4 sticks of 8 gigabytes, so that's about 32 gigabytes of memory that I've got in the computer. That cost me at the time $120. The graphics card I'm still using is a 1060 GTX 1060. It still does. I still can't reach the cap on that motherfucker doing this stuff. That looks remarkably well on my computer for gaming and or editing. Because I'm also on the fact of I don't think you need to go above 1080p. Your eyes cannot fucking distinguish that, especially my eyes, because one, I'm colorblind, and two, I'm blind as a fucking bat. So all those pixels are just wasted on me. I can't tell the difference between a 4K screen, an 8K screen, or a 1080p screen. Actually, the 1080p looks a lot better.
Yeah, don't tell somebody that's so devoted on the 4K and above.
Oh, I'll tell Quantum TV that 4K sucks.
Oh my God! The moment they but you can see the crystal clear water and how it runs. And you do realize that your eyeballs, the human eyes, are only capable up to a certain percentage of actual proper crystal clear sight, and after that it's overkill. 4K is overkill.
Yeah, 1440 is technically overkill.
1440 is pretty
slightly
much
above, slightly above,
but it's
the
on the cusp of where perfect vision and the optimum vision kind of meet up. That is the highest level we can go. Beyond that, now we're just making shit up.
Yeah, and it's like, and along from that, I mean, I got a couple hard drives in here. I've got a good power supply, the hard drives power supply, maybe, you're looking at $400 or $500. And the case, it's a gigantic ass case. I got for still is like $100. I mean, at most $1,000. $1,000 because the CPU wasn't even that much either. It's like $200.
Oh, I know. But it is,
and it will still kick any of these other best computer. I may not get proper numbers like on rendering scores and stuff like that, but it does what I need. And unless you're doing some sort of project for like Avatar or Star Wars or some shit like that, you don't need that.
No. Do you
even then, you can go on bare bones.
Yeah, pretty much. You know how much they actually paid in order to make an Obi-Wan Kenobi episode? They claim that it was, just over 25 million per episode, which is the highest budget. Disregarding Stranger Things, that has a higher budget. Because again, they have more people within their casting, and a lot of their stuff isn't a lot of CGI. It's actual real works that they have to deal with actual people and an actual real sound stage or an actual real environment. No. The whole deal with Kenobi, he was in a sound booth in front of a round, sound screen with just overpaid actors to say a couple of lines.
Overpaid actors. You hit the nail on the head. Overpaid actors. Which I'll admit, and I've watched Kenobi. I actually did enjoy Kenobi. I liked it. I could say the same thing for Mandalorian. I could say the same thing for the Book of Boba Fett.
No. I can say a few things about Kenobi. The moment you take it into consideration that the continuity of Star Wars means fuck all, then it's an enjoyable Star Wars show. It's no more better than anything that George Lucas has put out currently.
Well, I've heard a lot of arguments, but I have not heard any sound arguments.
Well, I mean, the biggest argument, it breaks the continuity of the original Star Wars 4, 5, and 6. I even break some of the continuity of 1, 2, and 3, but mostly 4, 5, and 6.
How so?
I'm like, yeah, I mean, okay, for example, the meetup with Leia and General Kenobi, or Ben Kenobi at this time frame, that was never an actual thing. As well as the relationship that the two of them had is more like almost like daughter, kind of father, kind of. I know they're supposed to be friends, but it's almost kind of that area. Because one, she knows outright that she's an adoptive, even though in the actual episode 4 to episode 6, she doesn't know that she's adopted. She even doesn't lead on that she's adopted. Also, she has no connection by the time you get to episode 4. Of the death of Kenobi, the only one who has some form of interaction, of sorrowness, is Luke, and while Leia is consoling him, even though the two of them had a great adventure 10 years ago. The interaction for Luke, first time he meets up with Ben Kenobi, which never happened until, much later, is kind of weird and off-putting, as well as the introduction of the lightsaber already happened, even though they say the kid was knocked out. No, he saw a black chick with a red lightsaber running after his white ass before he tripped and fell. The introduction of the battle of Kenobi versus Vader leaves a very sour taste, because Kenobi leaves in the final battle that they have to let Darth Vader murder everybody until episode 4.
Okay.
There's a lot of different continuity issues here. But again, like I said before, if you just
I want
ignore-
time out. Continuity issues depending on what you would do if you were in that situation compared to what they would do in that situation.
According to the Lucasfilm according to the Lucasfilm, the original George Lucas shit, according to his material, which is what they're leading up to until they decide to do a complete retcon, which is what they're planning on doing. His shit going forward leaves it that Luke and Leia do not meet up for the first time until episode 4. They do not realize that they're brother and sister until episode 6.
Mm-hmm. Well, all right.
But she always knew because of that one line.
No, she always.
I know.
Okay.
I know. I'm being an ass here.
Yeah, technically he's right.
If she always knew, then George Lucas should have known when he wrote in the kiss scene between, Luke and Leia for that first time.
She has a brother complex. There you go.
Do you remember your mother?
I get it.
No, when she was referring to her mother, she was referring to her mother on Alderaan.
Yes.
And that's what everybody.
Problem. That's the problem here. So again, like I said before, if you ignore the fact that Lucas and Lucasfilms don't care about the continuity, they make it up as long as
time out. Hang on, no, you can't even say that. You're talking about the line in episode 6, right?
I'm talking about all of.
I'm talking to Jim Max. You're talking about is like whenever Luke was saying, about your mom.
No, it was the thing. He was referring to his mother, not her mother that she was birthed from, that died 20 seconds later. I mean, nobody cared. She didn't mean that. He meant your mom, that raised you on Alderaan.
In episode 6, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's the problem. Can you remember your mom? Your actual mom? Because that line was in the movie. Kind of disregarding the fact of, oh no, not your adoptive mom, your real mom. So
did he say your real mom? I don't think he said your real
that.
mom.
He said that. Your actual mom.
Hold up, I don't.
You go back and look.
But like I said before, if you ignore the fact that both George Lucas and Lucasfilm don't care about their continuity, it's possible. It's possible,
The movie here. Give me a second. Take a second.
Yeah. But
a lot of
there's a lot of continuity here. I blast George Lucas for his continuity mistakes just as much as I blast Kathleen Kennedy for her decisions going forward.
Never mind. I'm just going to pull this up real quick.
Yeah, go for it. I mean, also it takes away from a degree of the atrocities that Vader did, and puts it all on Ben Kenobi for allowing those atrocities to happen.
All right, time out. Okay, you guys can't hear this, but I want to play this real quick.
Go for it. What am I supposed to be looking at here?
Hang on. I'm gonna screenshot to you, but in chat it's only going to be sound. So okay, here we go. Got pulled up.
Yeah.
This is the scene. This is Luke and Leia's scene in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, I know.
Do you remember your mother? Your real mother?
Do you remember your mother? Your real mother?
I know the line.
Just a little bit. She died when I was very young.
Just a little bit. She died when I was very young. Oh, that's Ripcon. Oh yeah, that is such a Ripcon. Okay, yeah, sure. All right, whatever.
Here's the thing.
No.
She doesn't even know she's adopted at that point.
Here's the problem. Very young. Okay, so we know that episode 3, Padme dies on the actual board.
Yeah, I know. There's no way she will remember.
That's why I said I bitch at both sides of the aisle here. I hate what George Lucas has done to his own basic filmage, because he fucks around with his continuity so much to a point where I don't know what's happening most of the time. So I gave up on worrying about continuity from point A and point B. Same thing with the Lucasfilm housed and fronted by Kathleen Kennedy.
Here's another thing. How do we know Leia's the mom that she had on, or she didn't get remarried and have a stepmother? Because the mother died, and very young is 10 or 12.
But again, it comes back
Your
down
real mom.
to we have to.
Yes, she probably still. Okay, how many parents tell them their adopted kids are their real parents? A lot don't, fucking Sparky, especially when they were adopted as babies. So she might have thought that was her real mom and not realizing.
That's fine. Here's the thing: we gotta go back into continuity and look at this. They don't explain that, so it's left open to.
They don't explain shit in these shows anymore.
The problem is by the time you get to episode 3 of the Lucas Star Wars, they explain that the fucker twins get born. Padme dies.
Yes, I understand that one.
So there's no fucking way that both Leia or Luke should fucking even know who the fuck their mothers are.
They used the Force.
Fuck that shit.
They forced it. Yeah, the only thing that was forced was the fucking playwright. The playwright was forced, baby, but that was about it.
No. How did Padme die in childbirth? Oh, she was sad, and because, Anakin turned to the dark side, so her heart gave out.
Well, then, like, 15 years later, they're like, well, it was actually Sidious. He's like, it took them fucking 15 years to explain why she died.
Okay, and then here's another one with the whole fact of, the meeting between Obi-Wan and Darth, it just messes everything up. Obi-Wan thought he left Anakin to die, and then left in solitude to Tatooine. And the way...
Here's the thing. Obi-Wan chose to leave Anakin, knowing that Palpatine was going to be coming in to save his ass.
And how do we know that?
Because of the fact that within episode 3, it still led that he survived. Even though he's there watching Padme giving birth. He used the Force on that one.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. We have the acknowledgement.
No. Here's the thing.
Padme also thought that he was still alive too. She had no idea about the battle that those two had.
Could. Okay. Here's the thing. While she was giving birth, she could feel his suffering. Apparently, that's what Lucas even put this in there that he did actually, and that they were connected still while she was giving birth. And she even told Obi-Wan. He said, there is still good in him. I can feel it. That was her last line after she gave before. I think
that could be interpreted several ways.
No. According again, the first interaction of Palpatine and before we got that no from Vader was like, I felt her. She was still alive. No, she was dead. And then we get the fucking no.
Okay.
So we already have that established by Lucas's fucking failed film.
Even in the book, it does state that she knows he's still alive, and Obi-Wan kind of realizes that he's still alive at that point. But again, the books don't matter because they've all been fucking thrown out the window at this point. Hell, they're going to throw out here soon. 4, 5, and 6 going to be remade anyways, and it won't fucking matter because they're going to fuck that shit up even more. And we're not even going to give a fuck about Star Wars anymore because it's just going to be a fucking pile of shit. Like Professor Grant said when he saw the dinosaur shit.
Time out. Here's the thing. I don't have an issue with what they done with, like, in Mandalorian, with Obi-Wan, with the Book of Boba Fett. I don't have an issue with what they did. With the loopholes that they worked with, it's plausible. Now, when you get into the things like what...
Why do we even care
the
about
new
this?
trilogy... Time out. When you start getting into the things that the new trilogy put in, that's when it starts getting, okay, no, this is way out there.
Look, at that point, no, dude, at that point, I gave up on trying to defend anything from read Star Wars. The
I'm
moment
not
you got
defending. Hey, time out. I'm not defending anything. I'm saying
no,
I
but
can understand it.
Here's the thing.
Even if we go for 7, 8, 9, it's all possible. It all has some form of nuance and sense. It's just as broken as 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. It's all Star Wars. It's fucked up from beginning to end. It has nothing to do with the fucking continuity. If we just take it as passable stories, they're half-assedly good.
Here's the thing. Star Wars now is no longer done by George Lucas and a small team. It's no longer, the story is no longer by him and a small group of friends. You know what it's done by now? It's done by a large fucking diverse bullshit community that fucking wants dinosaurs and rocks in their fucking storyline. I'm not even fucking kidding about that.
I know.
And like representation and the one thing they don't put in these fucking committees is the word fucking fun.
Yep.
That word is not even thought of anymore. It is diversity and shit like that. That's all in there. Wokeness, representation. The one word that needs to be fucking in there is fun, and they leave that out every fucking time.
Actually, okay, so the quote from Vader. Yes, Master. Where is Padme? Is she safe? How could I? Because he says that you killed her. She was alive. I felt it. No.
What does that have to do with the fact of
It was both ways. It was a force connection.
It was, again, explained by Lucas himself. It's a force connection between the two of them.
Well, she's giving birth. Because here's the thing. They explained that later on, and he didn't do a good job of explaining this, but this was his thought, and he thought everybody would get that. Sidious was forcing, in order to keep Anakin alive, using Padme's life force through a force connection. He didn't explain it well, and it took him fucking 15 years after the movie was made for him to explain that. He's like, I thought everybody got that.
Yeah, no.
No, he didn't. He wasn't. He was part of this initial message, but he just forgot to explain that.
No. Here's the problem, Jim. I figured it out. I hated episode 3. I still today hate episode 3. The only good episode that they have that's passable is half of episode 1 and the other half of episode 2, and that's it.
The first half of episode 3 is pretty good, and then they fuck it up. Let's be honest.
Episode 1 was good until after the pod racing, and then it just.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree.
We have agreed on something.
It's like that one I can agree with. But it's just like everything was good on until after the pod racing got done. They left Tatooine, and it's like it just all went to shit because hold up. It's just like whatever.
Wesley, do you agree with us on this?
Overall.
Okay.
Overall. I mean, the same thing with episode 2.
The
first half of episode 2 worked out until you get to the giant Jedi battle at the end of it, and you kind of go, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, like a shit ton of Jedi died, just dropped down, like, easily get shot with their sabers in hand.
Like, wait a moment here. And then again, like I said, episode 3, I will concur, it has some interesting moments, but again, it was just a downhill spiral because he knew that Lucas wrote himself into a fucking corner. He had to turn Anakin Skywalker just like that as quickly as possible.
Yeah, he should have. He tried to do it with 2. He really did.
I know he tried, but he failed miserably.
Oh no, he did. He did fail miserably.
Oh god.
Well, then he tried to do it in the Clone Wars again, and with all that other shit.
Oh yeah,
failed even then. But
but here's the deal. He didn't do the Star Wars, the Clone Wars. He allowed it to exist. So
yeah, I know
that was somebody else that did that one. Was it Dave Filoni?
Well, Dave Filoni. What Dave Filoni or some dumbass? Everybody likes it. Dave Filoni suck his cock. No, he sucked. He really did.
Filoni is supposed to be the second coming of George Lucas. Well, he is the second coming of George Lucas. He knows just as much about the material as anybody else does.
Oh yeah, that's true. But
so, like I said, Kenobi, as a standalone Lucas Entertainment, it is a passable series. It has a lot of flaws,
like trying to shoot a gate instead of walking around it.
But again, It has a lot of flaws, just like all the others that are out there.
My problem is with it. How am I supposed to believe a 10-year-old girl is that smart when I look at teenagers that are dumb as fucking rocks?
That is my one of my criticism of that.
Here's the beautiful thing. According to the way how Kathleen Kennedy and friends have wrote it, Leia has been using the Force since birth.
Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, she has no knowledge.
She's that damn good. She is truly the chosen one. Henceforth, episode, whatever it was, down the road in the future. When Luke becomes
Don't
worry, the Stranger Things.
Hence the reason why she always gets caught and she always gets put through torturing events. Sure.
She's got a boner on that one. She loves being tortured. I mean, look at her boyfriend's selections. I mean, seriously.
He kissed her brother. Come on.
Not only does that bitch have some daddy issues, she's kissed her brother, and you know, she's picked a really crazy dude who's always on the run to you know, father her child later, who becomes, you know, another kind of psycho killer.
The giant walking muff. Don't forget the giant walking muff.
Oh, definitely. Yeah,
Yes, he has a giant walking muff with him. So
yes, I know.
I mean, come on. Let's be honest here.
This
whole thing is
fuzzball.
And then Cousin It comes rolling across the stream.
But she is down with the droids. She always likes getting fucked by droids. For some reason.
That was funny when they in the first episode. I look at the first episode now where she's being tortured. You got the ball droid with the. I was like, "Is that a roofie? Is that droid gonna pull out a dildo?" And Vader's gonna sit there and watch and be like, "Oh,
well, look, when Luke meets up with her for the first time, and she's like also, you know, very seductive and just
laid out seductively.
Yeah, it's like you're too short to be a stormtrooper. I'm like. Wait, you're supposed to be captured and fearing for your life after being tortured. No, you're just laid out like a spread waiting to be eaten.
Are you here for my 10 o'clock?
Pretty much. I was waiting for that to happen. I was like, George, were you writing for somebody else? Then...
Well, and here's the funny thing. You know she was being tortured that time because she had duct tape around her boob. Oh, no, it was electrical tape. Excuse me.
Electrical tape, yeah.
Here's the thing. And here's the thing why I look at with the whole series, and the reason why I don't really have an issue with some of the stuff that they've been doing, especially like these other shows.
Anywho, continue. Go for it.
The whole thing is flawed. Even the original trilogy. It's all flawed.
Yeah.
This is the reason why I agree with Red Letter Media. If you're focusing, I know. The quote is, if you're focusing heavily on the continuity of Star Wars, then you really are never going to like Star Wars.
You know what our problem is? We don't just consume. We should just consume this, love it, and buy everything that comes from it.
You know.
Oh, I'm not going to do that, but I'll enjoy it.
That's what they want.
Yeah, that's basically another one of their quotes that is pretty popular.
Yeah, I mean, I've given up. Like, if you've seen, who here seen Thor: Love and Thunder?
Oh, I have.
Yeah, kill me.
Dude, I told you it was going to be a questionable show before.
I'm not gonna watch it.
Don't just save yourself. It's like the next remakes of the Star Wars that are coming out.
I don't need you to tell me to save myself. I'm not gonna watch it.
It's a really great movie. The title explains itself. No.
So that's why GMX is saying kill himself.
No. GMX is GMX. He wants everybody. He seeks out death or wants somebody else to kill him. You know. He's got that. But no. If you read the title, Thor: Love and Thunder, that undercard portion explains the movie very, very easy. Because again, Christian Bale's character is trying to find his daughter named Love. So he decides to, you know, go out of his way to kill the gods and to get to the one god who rules all the gods, called Eternity, so he can get that MacGuffin wish to, you know, eventually wish his daughter back to life. And as he dies, Thor, who is a thunder god, ends up with Love. Pretty simple, right? Easy?
Yeah.
Boom. No. Love and Thunder is at least 3 different movies all rolled in together again. This is something that Disney has done prior for a few of the other shows. They're jumping the gun quickly. They're trying to get to their Young Avengers storyline as quickly as possible instead of actually doing a good.
Well, they only have a year left, so apparently talks have fallen through on that. Apparently, and
Oh, I
they're
know.
like, it's going to be lovely because they might not be able to even call themselves Marvel here soon. Apparently,
Oh, I know, and this is a problem. They should have just simply, because again, Phase 4 has no direction whatsoever, none. It's all multiple movies thrown in together or multiple shows thrown together, and the only one that has some form of continuity or some form of direction that has been re-edited to a point where it does have a degree of direction and continuity is this Miss Marvel thing. And that was re-edited under the behest of Chapek. He put a demand for a re-edit, he got the re-edit, and it's better than half the shit that Marvel's put out currently.
what's coming out next? The next movie, I think, is
What was the next movie? It's supposed to be, I think it's the Ant-Man one, I think.
I thought it was called The Wasp.
It's still the Ant-Man and the Wasp. Yeah, it's no. Correction. The next one is the Black Panther movie. Then it's the Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah,
and then after that, it's supposed to be the Galaxy of the Guardians Volume 3, and then the Marvels.
Thor: Love and Thunder, Wakanda Forever, Quantum Mania, Guardians of the Galaxies, the Marvels, and then Fantastic Four,
which is to be announced, which is questionable.
X-Men, Blade, Captain America Ford, which they might actually not be able to make, even though it's a different Captain Marvel.
As for the X-Men, they may not make it.
Yeah. The X-Men, the Deadpool movie might not happen either.
I know. The next TV series that they're bringing out for Disney Plus is the She-Hulk. And then after that, they're going to be reprising the What If Season 2. And then we got the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
Spider-Man 4 might a lot of this might not actually happen because they'd have to do all these movies at once this year and have them done by the same time this year.
Spider-Man 4 could happen because it's under Sony, not Marvel.
Do they have I thought they were involved in the suit too.
No.
Okay, they might not. Okay, because
Sony has control over Spider-Man, Lock, Stock, no questions.
Oh,
yeah.
I did not know that one.
Yeah, they pretty much give up all the So basically, how it goes: Sony gets all the merchandising rights, and any money that actually earned from the movie actually goes to the actual holders of the actual title.
Okay. So that makes sense. That's why Spider-Man works still.
Yeah. See, that's something that I don't think we're going to have to worry about when it comes to Sony. They're not going to be giving up Spider-Man anytime soon. They've given up a lot in order to hold on to that merchandising behemoth that is Spider-Man. So yeah. Peter Parker is always going to be Peter Parker. Yeah, they're going to have multiple different versions of him. They really don't care, because that's a cash cow that keeps on giving. Marvel, on the other hand, is fucked up. So,
like I said, they're not going to be able to close out the storylines in time. They know that. They only have.
Oh yeah.
And like they said, they're back in court again because negotiations broke down because Disney was like, "Well, you can't make money without us," and they were like, "Oh, we'll just sell it to somebody and let them reboot it." And Disney just got pissed off and walked out. It's like, you're not going to win. You're not going to win this because it's in their contract. They go back to these people.
Yeah, I know that again comes back down to the Iger mentality. Like I said before, there's still a lot of holders and believers of the Iger cult. Chapek will probably, because now he's in control.
Yeah,
will most likely strike a deal, like he did with showing off ScarJo, that she should keep her fucking mouth shut. Because, hey, look, if it wasn't for the fact that you also had a Disney Plus, release, your movie would be just as good as Shang-Chi.
Oof.
He shut the fuck up pretty quick. Bitch went away. Lawsuit stopped. Remember that lawsuit?
Yeah, I remember that lawsuit. I don't remember it ending.
It ended the
Right
moment
way.
she found out the information of Shang-Chi.
So, okay, here's what's okay. Fantastic Four. They've already started filming on that one. Like a lot of these movies are all, but they're the Marvels is supposed to go out.
Marvel's is pretty much in post-editing. It's almost done.
Yeah, next year sometime. Like basically, they're trying to rush all this shit out before this time next year because this time next year it goes away. Marvel no longer has control of it. Now, Bob Chapek might be able to make something happen. He knows this is profitable, and but here's the thing: after this quick succession of releases, I don't think the Marvel brand's going to be worth shit.
He's not worried. Here's the deal. He's not overly concerned about a lot of the actual brandage at the moment. He's trying to revive Disney, and in order to revive Disney, he's going to have to remove a lot of heads.
He's going to need a lot of reason to move heads. So
yes, and realistically, he's not about the Hollywood agenda. He is a bean counter that is devoted to Walt Disney Empire, the enterprise that is Walt Disney. You know, the people that made cartoons and had parks and rides divisions.
Yeah,
that's his shit. That's his mindset. Just because Iger decided to buy all these different other Hollywood studios means nothing to him. Which is what we're going to be seeing going forward. If Marvel goes up and goes up for the highest bid, well, guess what? Chapek is most likely going to sign on the dotted line to whoever wishes it.
Oh,
that's money in Disney's pocket.
Okay, you guys heard what's happening in China right now, right?
Yeah, I know. I heard.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Monday there, and apparently, oh shit, that's not a good.
Well, I mean, it's a very interesting. I mean, they still have their lockdowns, things that they're dealing with. Also, the United States is still in crosshairs for spy games with China.
God.
There's also the talks of Beijing taking over the Disney empire there.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's all over the place.
I'm trying to figure out what are they going to pay him with because what China just did. They locked down all 4 major banks, which is technically all the banks in China because they run all the smaller banks with different names.
Yeah.
And they're all run by the CCP, so yeah, you can make deposits.
Yeah,
but you can't make withdrawals.
No, definitely. It's the same thing that happened with
you can't even buy shit on your debit card.
It's the same issue that happened with Rogers Telecommunications up here in Canada. It just shut down for undisclosed reasons. So, and that's one of our largest telecommunications that does have leaks with the United States and China.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird. You don't know what the So yeah, the outage is it's pretty big, and it's frustrating a lot of people. So those who are Rogers, I don't have Rogers, so I don't deal with that. So
yeah, I gotta be making food run and gas run today.
Yeah, no, we're only supposed to be doing this for an hour, so.
All right, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Hey, Sparky, you still there?
No, he's mentally exhausted already. He's zoned out, staring at the camera.
Popcorn?
No, he's just staring at the camera. I think he died.
Oh my god! Is he staring off into space?
Yeah, either that or he fell asleep and his eyes are open, which is quite weird.
No, he is Native American. I heard they can do that.
So he's like a shark?
Yes.
Interesting.
I'll have to go, guys. I'll talk to you next time.
Yeah, definitely. We will have a good chit-chatty.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye nows. But yeah, no, at the end of the day, Thor is going to make some money. He's not going to make a lot of money. It's no more better than Thor 2.
Well,
Even
it's not going to make it as much money as Doctor Strange.
Mm,
They're saying
Doctor
already.
Strange pretty much is still limping. Doctor Strange was actually supposed to be the Iger franchise to go over $1 billion after the whole Coof shutdown, and it hasn't limped past $1 billion. It's not even going to limp past $1 billion before it's taken off the market.
I mean, they're trying to force it to stay on the market to make that billion, aren't they?
I know, and it's losing a lot of seating, so a lot of theaters have dropped it. So,
I mean, Top Gun's still making pretty decent money in the theaters now.
yeah.
Which is surprising.
No, that's basically
Even though there's a lot of stupid people saying that, Captain Marvel did it better, but it's like, you're idiots.
Everybody, I'm like, why? This Tom Cruise has his own superpower. It's called the dick.
Pretty much.
The penis. And, his penis is more powerful than Miss Marvel. I'm sorry. I'm going to get shit for that one. I know. I don't give a fuck.
It's fine. But no, consider that, the Minions are still making a pretty good amount of money domestically. Internationally, it's faring well. It's already at pretty close to the $500 million mark. I, again, estimate it somewhere between the lower end of the 600 to the upper end of the 800 million, maybe, market. It's got a weird trend going on. The Gentable Minions is becoming a thing for a lot of Zillennials. Yeah, there's a lot of distinguished young men going out to watch the Minions movie, all dressed in their nines.
Here's the funny thing.
Throwing
I went and
bananas
saw
at
it.
the screens.
It's actually a really good movie.
Oh no, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It's performing very well. Actually, I think it's outperformed the first movie that it's done so far. Because it was trending the same way as the first Minions movie.
I mean, it's already made. Well, it'll probably make $500 million by next week.
Yeah,
But it's a decent. I was actually kind of shocked at how much better it was. Well, than anything else, than a lot of the stuff. I mean, it and Top Gun have kind of surprised me.
Top Gun does have some minor woke moments, but it
bearable.
doesn't make up the entire movie.
No, it does.
Yeah.
But it's not so much woke as it is.
No, they're believable moments. I mean, there are others out there within certain community that demand that there should have been more a female force in the actual Air Force. When you actually look at the statistics, it should be less. I mean, that one female pilot, that's pretty basically it when it comes down to the American Air Force.
Especially in Top Gun, there are very few females that haven't even made the requirements to make it to.
I know, even in the Top Gun, but in Air Force alone, it's a small percentage.
But it was the best of each class, is what it was.
Oh yeah.
And I don't even know if there's actually been a female top class representative yet. So I don't know.
Questionable, very questionable. I do know that I do know there were more Hispanics and blacks in the Top Gun than what they should have been. Because again, that fucker should have been all white man.
No, that's another thing too. And here's the thing: that's true. Even in the first Top Gun, I was actually kind of surprised they had a number of black people.
Yeah, no, because statistically speaking, you're looking at nearly 85% of white males going into the Air Force that actually reach that pinnacle Top Gun.
Yeah.
85%. So realistically, there should only been like maybe one Hispanic and maybe a black guy that shows up.
Yeah.
And then kind of walks out after he realizes it's a suicide mission. Yeah, fuck no, I'm out.
No, that's the one thing I was like, here was the thing. Here was the thing. Everybody mentioned about, how Maverick destroyed planes and all this, and this would have been illegal and all this other shit. The fact that you basically said, they said at the beginning of the movie, this is a suicide mission, we know it, and we know people are going to come back. That's fucking legal.
Yeah.
They said whoever goes on this mission and comes back, that's illegal in the military, technically.
Well, yeah, no,
Okay,
like I
we're
said,
gonna go in.
And
We're
so
gonna
you're not
go
going
and
to bring that
wrap
up.
this up.
Yeah, no, we are. But like I said, the Top Gun itself does have some woke moments. Yes, but it's profitable because it's not all in your face, unlike the others that have been nothing but woke moments. So there is that.
And then there was the funny moment with the missiles hitting. I was like, wait a minute, we can throw those missiles at the fucking airport, but we can't fucking throw them at a giant fucking mountain because I know we have bunker busters that can dive into that mountain and literally level it to nothing.
Oh, I know, but it's a movie of happen chance. But
I know.
anyways,
So if we want to talk
we're
about
supposed to wrap this bad boy
Oh, yeah.
up since we got the alarm going.
Yeah.
We've answered Zero
So-
Goal to the best of our ability. Sparky, we can continue with your wrap up now.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Zero Goal popped in. I hadn't seen him till now, but it's like I'm gonna answer some of those. Like, ideologues can't comprehend what fun is. Yes, that's correct. Sparky, did you hear what's being said about N-Freak on Twitter? I'm gonna say it's probably a joke. I really don't care. Sparky has stroke. No, Sparky was doing other things while everyone else was talking. And Top Gun is making money because there's no woke shit in it. No, there's some woke stuff in it, but it does not comprise the whole entire film.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's what I was
Yeah,
focusing on the bottom portion, and I did cover your stroke moment by saying that you're not. I think he's dead.
I had you guys turn down.
I said you were a shark. So.
I was. You guys were talking. I had you guys turned down on my end while I couldn't hear you.
I kind of
Everyone on the
figured.
stream could. I couldn't hear you, and I was doing some other things on the computer while you guys were
we
talking.
We concluded that you're a shark, so we're good.
Alright. So,
Move on.
with that, I'm gonna go ahead and show some stuff here. Please check out STC Watch Club. Channel's been doing really well. Over the last 2 weeks, we gained 30 more subscribers, so we're out to about 131 subscribers on the channel. We got continuous growth. Sonic 2 is still climbing. That's up around 65,000 views, the most viewed video of all time of all my channels combined. We got some good series coming out right now on it. We've got Redo a Feeler coming out tomorrow. Oh, hang on, it'd be better if I just get the plan up or the scheduling up.
Why did you subject yourself to more redo?
No, it's the old Redo. It's just being re-aired. So, Monday, we got Redo a Feeler coming back out. We got Pacific Rim on Tuesdays. We got, I don't know why Tyro put Bastard on Tuesdays. I said I was going to release that Saturday or Sundays. We got Bastard being released today. The OVA, not the new TV version, coming out today on STC Watch Club. On Wednesday, we have May and Best. Thursday, we have Overlord Season 1. And on Friday, we're still getting out Beyond the Boundary. I'm also doing My Stepmother's Daughter is My Ex on Wednesdays. We're also doing the new Ruby that's coming out along with Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer. So, if you want to see commentary, reactions, and discussions on those anime, go down, hit the subscribe button, check it out. And except for that, any one of you guys want to show anything else?
I just watched Mr. Mom and with my wife, and it holds up today, especially today with what's going on in the world. So I suggest anybody take a time and watch that old movie.
Yeah, no,
Small.
definitely. Good old movie watchings and that. If you want to get away from
Saturday, it should
any,
come out today.
yeah. If you want to watch anything else, either watch Sparky shit or come over to the GNF side and see whatever we got happening over there. But as usual, apparently, according to the Twitter Spurks, Jews are now white, so they have white privilege. Fascinating how they
Black
moved the
people are
goalpost.
white too, so just
Again, fascinating how they moved the goalpost. But anyways, as it is, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Me too.
Okay, later, everyone.
Have fun.
Bye, bitches.
Bye.